In this video, I'm going to do a store review where I look at another dropshipper's eBay store and figure out what they're doing right and what they're doing wrong and how to make it better. What's up guys, Paul here from dropshippingtitans.com, where I teach regular people just like you how to start successful eBay or Amazon dropshipping businesses. And in this video, we're doing a store review, which means that I'm going to look at someone else's eBay dropshipping store to find out how they can make their account better, their store better. And I'm going to be using a tool called Zeke Analytics. This is it right here on the screen. Normally, Zeke Analytics is used to help me find profitable items to sell on eBay. It's a product research tool. I don't think you need to pay for a product research tool when you first start selling on eBay, but once you start to scale up, this is really helpful to use. But in this case, I'm going to use it to find some more information about the store that I'm going to review. I'll show you how that works. So the first thing I need to do is find an eBay dropshipping store. So I'm just going to type in here Mainstays on eBay, because Mainstays is a brand that only Walmart sells. So anything here in the search results, it's going to be a dropshipper. Now I'm trying to find a relatively newer store, someone without a ton of experience, because someone like this who sold 40 and they're high in the search results, they obviously know what they're doing already. They're doing pretty well. So I'm going to scroll down, see if I could find one maybe that hasn't sold yet. This one, let's see who's selling this. All right, so this person actually sold 46 of these, so they're doing pretty well. But on the right here, next to seller information, it says they only have 383 reviews. So they are still relatively new. So I do want to review them because immediately off the bat, I see some things that I can help them with. So the first thing I'll do, I'll copy down their name, and I'm going to search for it in Zeke Analytics by clicking on the top where it says competitor research, pasting it in and clicking search. And this will give me some data about their store over the last 30 days. But returning here to eBay, let's first look at these photos. So they are selling a picture frame and you can buy different counts. So one count, a 1-pack, or a 3-pack you can buy. And looking here, this is the main image. They posted some other images here of what it looks like, right? And I always like to make sure you're picking the right main image. And I do think that this one is pretty good. In this case, I think I would have actually chosen this one because it is available in both a 1-pack and a 3-pack. And I don't want there to be any confusion when a buyer purchases it. They might be thinking, oh, is it a 1-pack of 3? Or can I then get a 3-pack that has 3 different ones? So this main image might be a little bit confusing to some buyers for that reason. So I would just be a little bit careful there. I would also look at this title. I'm not happy about this title. It says Mainstays 11-inch by 17-inch format picture frame black. And right off the bat, I see that this title is not long enough. You want to fill up that title as much as possible. And you don't want things in there that you don't need. So the word Mainstays, you absolutely don't need that. eBay buyers, if they're looking for frames, they're not going to be searching for Mainstays. I would put in here, I would also throw in the word photo. I would put in, what else would you need for picture frame, photo frame? If you're selling multiple, you might want to even include the word frames. Put in the word wall frame, maybe hanging frames. You got to do some more research, see what kind of titles or kind of keywords people are searching for when they're looking for picture frames like this. The word format might be a type of picture frame that people search for, but you want to get specific and you want to use words people are actually searching for, not the word Mainstays. That's not something people are going to be searching for. So I'm going to scroll down to the description, which will give me some more information about that. And let's see, classic design, contemporary touch. That might be a word you might want to throw in, decor, wall photo frame. So right there, that's what I would use, wall photo frame. It tells you right there. So those are the kind of words you want to use in the title. And let's see what else, made of plastic, glass front for wall display. Yeah, so this description right here is okay. I think it probably has everything you need, but I'm a big fan of using templates for your descriptions because they make your descriptions look really nice and really professional. And in this case, it looks like you're not using them. I don't think it's necessarily a mistake. I don't think it's going to hurt your sales too much, but I think it is possible to get additional sales with a nicer template description that looks very professional. So you might want to consider experimenting with that and seeing if that makes any difference in your sales at all. Let's look at now your shipping and payment information. It says you are shipping to the United States, excluding Hawaii, Alaska, APO, FPO, Africa, Asia, Central America. So it looks like your shipping policy is fine. Free shipping, that's what we always like to see. Standard shipping, and it looks like the delivery time makes sense. Walmart ships out their items really fast. Today is currently a Wednesday, and it says that this item would arrive next Tuesday. I think you're actually putting in too much time here. I think you could shorten your shipping times or your handling times so that you can get more buyers to purchase your items because they're going to see that the items are going to arrive faster. This is kind of like a fine line to walk here, right? Because you don't want to overpromise a delivery date that you can't meet. So you might want to start out like you did here with a longer delivery date or a delivery date that's going to happen longer down the line, but then slowly pull back a day and then another day and then another day if you're successfully delivering the items faster than expected. That way, more buyers would see, oh, this item, I can get it in 3 days or 4 days. I'm going to buy this one instead of the other one, even though this one's more expensive. So that's great to see right there. Return policy, 30 days, that's standard, so that's great. Buyer pays for return shipping. That's not bad. You know, that only will apply if the buyer has buyer's remorse, meaning that they just decided they don't want the item. If the item arrives damaged or not as described or late, they always have the option to return it for free. With a drop shipping like this, you're going to get a prepaid return label from Walmart. So returns for you are free. I would definitely try doing a seller paid return shipping. That way the buyers see, you know what, there's no risk in me buying this because if I don't like it, I can just return it for free. And that will actually boost up your sales. So you might want to consider trying that. Yes, you're going to get buyers that kind of abuse that and just return a bunch of items without really thinking about it before they buy it. But overall, I think it will improve your conversions, improve your sales if you offer free returns. Now, I know a lot of you might be thinking, oh, it's such a hassle and everything, but even when you have buyer paid return shipping, buyers still lie about the reason for the return. They're going to tell you, oh, the item arrived damaged, even though it didn't, and they're going to get a free return anyway. You might want to just offer the free return shipping right off the bat. That way you get more sales initially. Taxes might be applied. Let's look at the taxes. Normally it would tell you, there's like a tax table here. I'm not sure why it's not showing up, but just make sure that you're being all compliant with sales tax. I think normally it would have it right here. It looks like you're not collecting sales tax other than for the states that eBay is automatically collecting sales tax for already. Just be careful with that. You want to make sure that you are fully compliant there. And I'm not sure if you are. If you're drop shipping from Walmart, then you're probably tax exempt on Walmart, which means you're supposed to be collecting sales tax for at least one state, if not multiple states. So I would just look into that, be a little more careful with that. That's all for this listing. So I'm going to actually go into your account and take a look. But first, we'll look at Zeke Analytics. All right. So in the past 30 days, you've had 140 active listings and you've sold 135 different items. This doesn't necessarily mean that you've sold 135 different items. You might have sold just one item 135 times. And your sale earnings, you've done $7,889 in sales. So there's definitely room for growth here. I definitely think you need to list more items. 140 is low. I would make sure that you're listing consistently every single day. And this is one of the biggest problems I see with new sellers is that they're not actively adding new items into their store. eBay loves it when you add new items every single day into your store. Now, it doesn't have to literally be every single day. If you only want to work 5 days a week or list every other day, it's really more about consistency. So depending on the age of your account, you might have actually been listing every day, but just make sure you're continually adding more items here. That will increase the number of sold items and of course your earnings as well. So it says of your 140 listings, 37 of them have actually sold at least once, generating 135 sales. So this means that the majority of your items are not selling. So after you go through kind of the tips I've already given you to help hopefully increase the sales for your items that aren't getting sales, I would then, after a month or two, if those items still aren't selling, purge them from your account. Delete those items and make room for new items that will sell well. And always come back and take a look at things. How many of my items are successful listings compared to how many are active? Because you don't want all these listed items that aren't selling. It costs you money, potentially, and it potentially will cost you time to kind of deal with all of them. So just something you want to be aware of there. Now, I do like this, that your average price for sale is $58.44. That's a good solid number. You don't want it too low. The higher, the better. Now, new sellers, you can start low. That's absolutely fine because you want to generate the sales, get sales going. And it's easier to do that with lower priced items. So I'm really happy to see that the average price for your items is $58. One thing I want to throw in here, because I know people are going to put this in the comments, I don't necessarily know if this is a new seller. It just seems to be a smaller account. This account might be, actually we can go look at their account and see how old it is. But it's also possible that this person's been selling on another account, doing really well, and have now decided to start a second account as well. So they already have that experience. We'll just assume for this exercise that they are a relatively new seller. And down here, it'll give me some more information about some of their more successful items. But let's actually look at their account now. So I'm going to come in here, click on their name, and yeah, see, it tells me right here that they've been selling on eBay since July 27, 2018. So a little more than a year. I'm not sure how active they've been, but they definitely are doing well already. But I think you got to list more items. After a year, you should have more than 140 items. Now let's take a look at your feedback. So I'm really happy to see that you have a lot of positive feedback, total of 388, 49 in the past month. And you have one neutral in the past month and one negative. So this is really good. I would try reaching out to buyers for more feedback if possible, but it sounds like you're already doing that because compared to the number of sales, which was how many again? 135, and you received 49 positive feedback. It sounds like you're already actively doing something to gain feedback based on the number of people who are actually leaving it. But if you're not, make sure that you are. Send a message after the item is delivered, asking for feedback so you can get even more. But let's look at this negative feedback. I'm kind of curious what it says. Okay, so there's two feedback here actually. The first one says, seller's no good. I ordered one item, got a different one, returned it, never got a refund. So I'm not sure what's up with that. If that actually happened, you want to make sure you actually refund the buyer and then call eBay and say, hey, I actually did refund them. Maybe you can get it removed. It's probably not likely. And the other one says canceled last minute scammer. That one's also going to be hard to remove as well, because if it's true, if you cancel the order at the last minute, there's validity to that. So it's gonna be hard to remove that. Obviously, going into the future, you wanna prevent this from happening. Don't cancel orders at the last minute. If you need to cancel it, contact the buyer as soon as possible. And if buyers return items, make sure you refund them as soon as possible. You're doing pretty well here. You're actually doing really well, but your overall score is 97.5, which you want to get that up. If you avoid these situations, if you ask for more positive feedback, you should be able to get that number into the 99% mark. And the last thing I kind of want to address is whether you are doing promoted listings. So it's not always the easiest thing for me to determine, but this was a listing we looked at. We're going to search for Mainstays photo frame and see how high in the search results you come. And before I click enter, I'm going to scroll back down to that listing to see what it looks like. So it says 1262 to 2054. So I'll look for that, 1262 to 2054. And I will click search up here and let's see how high up in the search results you are. So I'm not seeing you on the first page of the search results. And most buyers will purchase an item that shows up on the first page. So you do want to try to get here, whether that's organically or through a sponsored listing. So here at the top, you see that this one says sponsored. That means someone paid to get their listing up there, and that person is not you. Let's look at another one of these sponsored listings. Make sure it's not you. You know, this, I'm not 100% certain if you're not using promoted listings, but even if you are, you might want to slightly raise your percentage of promoted listings so that you do show up on the first page of the search results for this item right here. That way you can get more sales when someone is searching for Mainstay's photo frame. Not the best word to search for. Let's try actually searching for part of your keyword here, part of your title. So when I search for the title, you actually come up right here at the top before even this one. And you actually, oh, here you are running promoted listings. Nope, that's not you. All right, so yeah, I mean, I would highly consider running promoted listings then, because you would not only show up here organically, you'd also show up at the top or near the top for sponsored. So you show up twice on the first page, and that would really make a big difference for your sales, because that just double your chances that someone's going to click on your listing. So that would be my advice to this seller. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you got any sort of value out of it, I would appreciate it if you gave the video a thumbs up. And if you like this video, it's the first time I've done one of these store reviews. If you want to see more of them, let me know in the comment section down below. Say, hey, Paul, do more of these. I really want to see this happen again. You know what? Actually, I'll do a little giveaway too. Follow me on Instagram at Paul J. Lipsky and leave a comment underneath my Instagram. And I'll pick one of those random people and I'll do a store review of your eBay dropshipping store. It won't be public, so don't worry about that. I'll make a quick video or in-depth video just for you and share it just with you reviewing your store. So if you want to enter that giveaway, make sure to follow me on Instagram at Paul J. Lipsky and find this video, which is posted there, and leave a comment underneath it saying, I'm interested in the store review, and I'll pick one of you guys and you'll win. Again, if you guys like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment letting me know if you want more of these, and subscribe to the channel for more tips about eBay dropshipping. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.